We have Jackson State University head football coach Deion Sanders. We ask that you again, please state your media affiliation along with your name prior to asking a question. Coach, if you don't mind, we'll open it up with a opening statement from you. And once you're done, we'll open the floor for questions.
Sir.
You got it.
Myself the other day that I got to remember. How's everyone?
All right.
First of all, thank you for related and happy. Unbelievably blessed week. Wonderful honor. This gentleman right here has been outstanding. When I tell you that this is really, truly a bowl game, I was blessed to attend 4 bowls at my tenure at FSU. And this, if I say this is the best one, they're gonna think I'm trying to hate on FSU, especially with the recent actions. But this has been a great bowl week. It's unbelievable. I can't wait, and I'm excited about the game. That's my opening statement. Appreciate all you for coming here. I really do. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm pretty sure we haven't had this type of involvement in the past, and I'm thankful and I'm elated to be addition to provoke this type of change that we're seeing right now. Let's do this.
Coach, we'll start in the back, standing up.
Coach Sanders, Tolly Carr with HBCU Game Day back on the riser.
There you go. My man.
Good.
How you doing, sir?
Great. Powerful week with recruiting and Travis Hunter, and just we've all seen that. I'm wondering for you, the amount of power that gave him and that he showed the country, and the amount of power that Jackson State and other HBCUs are starting to show. What does it mean for you to be involved with people and a movement that becomes bigger than themselves and they start to see that power?
Well, I'm pretty certain that this is why I'm here. I'm pretty certain this is why God led me to Jackson State University, to HBCU, to the SWAC. I'm pretty certain that's why. I tried to tell you, nobody wanted to listen. You thought I was just running their mouth. And it was not that. I truly believe, we stand by that word, I believe, and we truly believe that it's going to be a change. Everything I've done in my life, I promote change. Why not now? I think I was just going to be a head coach and there's no change and we continue to do the same foolishness that we've done. We're not going to do that anymore. It's a systemic cancer that we got to get rid of. We got to stop. We got to stop. We got to change every darn thing that we can possibly do. This is a new kid. This is a new generation. This is a new thing. And we got to be open to change. And that's all we've done at Jackson State with the help of our beloved AD, Ashley Robinson. We provoke change in every aspect of the word.
Basically, on her Big Club Sports and Entertainment, first and foremost, welcome at home, Coach Sam.
Amen. Thank you for that.
My question, from the spring up until this process, getting your team to the celebration goal, talk about the things that you guys had to do to make that change that you're talking
We had
about.
to get rid of a lot of players. We had to get rid of a lot of people that weren't like-minded. We had to get rid of a lot of people that weren't ready, that didn't believe, that didn't have the ability. They weren't smart, tough, fast, nor disciplined, or neither did they have character. So we had to clean house. And once we cleaned house and got the certain young men inside the house, we started to develop. We started to enhance and enlighten and inform. And here we go. But we really had to clean house. I'm thankful for the spring. You have no idea how blessed we are that we had the spring football season. That changed the game for us at Jackson State.
Into the back, coach, sitting down.
Yes, good afternoon, Coach. This is Dwayne Nash from Yard HBCU Sports and Hero Sports. I actually have a philosophy question. I know you probably won't get into so much detail, being that you have a game tomorrow, but more so leading back to the SWAC championship game. I noticed that you guys ran the ball a little bit more than you normally do. Was that necessarily a philosophy change going into the game?
Well,
Or was that a thing that you noticed Prairie View's defense, and you guys made adjustments for that?
Well, the game plan dictated that, and their tendencies dictated that. Mississippi Valley had a tremendous amount of success against Prairie View with the run. So we wanted to emulate that they were successful. There's no reason to recreate the wheel. They already done it. Now they were dropping 8 quite a bit, which posed us a tremendous problem when it's 38, 39, 30, and we were playing behind the chains instead of in front of the chains. And it presented our line as well as our quarterback with some problems. But we take what we get. We study our butts off. Our coaches, especially our coordinators, they always devise a tremendous game plan that we're effective and efficient. And we try not to make mistakes, as well as our special teams. You got to understand, in those type of games also, our special teams are special.
In the back, coach on the horizon.
Coach Reggie Chapman, 11 Live TV here in Atlanta, Georgia. Coach, I just wanted to ask you, what's it like being back in the city of Atlanta, obviously being able to play your extensive time here as well? So what's it like being back? What's it mean to you?
Just the opportunity to come back for the Celebration Bowl was tremendous. That was one of our goals that we strived for because we knew it was right here in Atlanta. You got to understand where I started. To be back, not only to be back with my 2 sons and an entire football team. And with Jackson fans, alumni, friends, loved ones, and everybody on my back, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, I hadn't had the opportunity to get out and about because we've had some wonderful things. What do I call it? You've devised some wonderful experiences. There you go. Thank you, sir. Some wonderful experiences we've had. So I hadn't needed or desired to get out and about to check out the city much. It's changed a lot. I know that. Tremendous, positive change.
Right in front, coach.
Coach Brian, James Hill, BNC Sports. Can you talk about the renewed interest and spotlight on HBCU football? It's been here since the 1890s. You're back. A lot of guys are coming back home, so to speak, and a lot of guys never left. Just talk about this for even an 8-year-old child who's looking.
I like that. You're going to take me to one of the points I wanted to mention today. Over the last 20 years, over 26 players from the SWAC have been drafted into the NFL. Of those 26, only 4 have been first, second round. But you got to understand, that's why the eyeballs are gone. They're not here because of the talent level and the lack thereof of scouting and recruiting and understand what the SWAC possesses. Now check this out. Between 1960 and 99, however, 196 players were drafted, with 55 of them going in the first or second round. That's what we're trying to do. What happened? Is the problem with us with the scouts, or with the league? I was just told by a person good ranking in the NFL that we only had 6 draftable players this year. And that's absurd. That's idiotic. I played 14, let me say it like I said, I played 14 years in the NFL, and I worked another 14 to 15 years in the NFL Network. So close to the owners, executives, and the television aspect of it. And I know talent when I see talent. Every weekend that I'm coaching on that sideline, not only the dogs that I have, I'm watching kids on the opposing team that can flat out play. And you're gonna tell me with my eyes, my sight, my vision, with my accolades, that there's only 6 players in the SWAC that are draftable? You got to be crazy. And if that happens, we need to show up and show out. That's absurd.
In the back, coach.
Good afternoon, Coach Brian. Naaman Richardson, No Limits, No Boundaries, LLC. Speak more on, you spoke about the experience and the cancer that previously been in the HBCU network. Can you speak on?
I didn't say cancer.
The cancer involving your program. I heard you mention cancer.
I said cancer?
Yes, sir.
Say that again?
The cancer in college football.
Oh, okay, make sure you separate that.
I got to go. But
Thank you.
and what you're speaking about experiences with your players here, but what does that mean for your program and specifically HBCU athletes off the football field and moving forward outside of college?
Well, they've had persons come in to speak about financial literacy and so forth, and they've done a wonderful job with just enlightening and educating our players. Really, they're doing what we do as well. So that's wonderful when you got a second voice to add in on that dream, that promise. I'm not crazy. I'm not thinking 95 or even 50% of these guys gonna go into the NFL. I know better than that, but we can't be professionals. And that's what this experience is about being a professional. We've done some tremendous things this week. We've done some tremendous things before we got here, and I want us to continue to do some tremendous things thereafter. But this is truly the goal, especially once we've come, that we want to come back. And the only way you do that is win and be dominant. And we plan on doing that. Thank you, sir.
Second row, coach. The back.
Bye, man.
Good to see you again, coach. Inside Yep, thank you. This is Kenyatta Caville, inside the HBCU Sports Center. Dr. Caville. Wanted to ask you in terms of the balance between the bowl experience and the championship game. Playing at the highest level, how do you come in this game? Is there a balance?
A championship game, what championship game? Because we won a couple championship games so far. So which one are you talking about?
Your championship game at the highest level.
You mean, you mean me personally?
Yeah, and as a coach. How do you
This
go
is
in that
different,
balance?
man. This is different. This is a whole lot different. It was definitely rewarding. You talking about Super Bowl, dog? That's come on, man. That was truly tremendously rewarding because that's something you dream of. I didn't dream of going to the Pro Bowls. I didn't dream of those type of things. I wanted to play in the Super Bowl. That's unbelievable. But to flip it and to be coaching in a game of this magnitude, that's a whole nother deal. The thing that bothers me is I can't play. That, when the kickoff is about to approach it and I'm getting that energy leading up to the game and I'm ready and I take the walk with my son like we always walk and talk and get our minds together, I'm ready to play and I can't. Therefore, I'm living vicariously through these wonderful young men that we have from Jackson State University. But as a coach, outweighs all of that.
To the back, coach. Far left.
Blake Levine, WJTV out of Jackson. You talked a lot about, what you've built, when it comes to football culture and swag, HBCU football. But there was a report that came out that you brought $30 million to the city of Jackson. And a lot of people that come up to me in Jackson talk about what you've done for the city outside of just football. Can you talk a little bit about
I think we brought more than 30. I'm just wondering where is that cut? I just want to funnel something to the program of Jackson State University football program. Okay, I read that. That was a blessing. That's tremendous. What we're able to do, the attractability that we have, and just the environment that we've created in Jackson. We want the environment to be much safer. We're working on that, and police staff and force and the deputies and sheriffs, everybody, we're working on that, and we're attaining that. It's wonderful, man. I truly am thankful for that staggering number, but I would like for some of that to come to the program and help us secure some of these top flight kids in the housing, food and nutrition, weight room, and etc., so we can continue to do what we've been doing. That's a blessing.
Got time for 3 more, coach. Once you're right.
This is Gary Jones from Deion Mason Nice today. I'd like to say thank you for setting the position as a coach at HBCU at first.
Thank you.
How does it feel to coach your children? Do they feel any pressure? Do they feel like you were too hard on them? Do they feel like you're too soft on them? But I know they feel the pressure having a coach and a father of your package.
All right.
How does it? I mean, how do you handle that?
How you feel, son? You say you feel good? I've coached my kids their whole entire life. The things that you don't know is that I've coached them in every sport their entire life. So when I went down with the mess that I went down with for 3.5 weeks or close to a month, he had never played a game without me being there. Never in his life, in any aspect. Therefore, when I came back to the Southern game, that explained the embrace that we shared. He came to the hospital and he said, "Daddy, I need you back." So Daddy was gonna do everything he could to make sure I was back to that game. And lo and behold, he throws the game winning touchdown. Shiloh had the game clinching interception. And I look up at the scoreboard and we have 21 points. If that ain't God, I don't know what it is. So that was remarkable, but that explains the embrace that we had. I'm tough on my kids, but if you come and watch us practice a play and you know which son is mine without the Sanders on their back, there's a problem with me. Because I don't treat them no worse, I don't treat them no better. I treat all of the kids differently because I don't treat them all the same. I ain't not gonna lie about that. I don't do it because you can't. Some kids you gotta yell at, some kids you gotta talk to, some kids you gotta look at, some kids you gotta hug, some kids you gotta love, some kids you gotta just get in their butts 24/7. And I understand the composite of my team. So I'm a different type of father, but I just want my kids to be smart, tough, fast, and disciplined with character. That's what I demand, and I don't fluctuate from that.
Right in front.
Coach Prime, Rick Henry, WISTV, Columbia, South Carolina. So many times you see superstar athletes who are maybe not successful coaches because maybe they don't have the patience and they can't relate to it, not come in as easy as it did for them. How are you able to make that transition and to be successful so soon too?
Because this is who I am. See, you seeing me on a large stage right now, and I'm thankful for the accolades, but you didn't see me when I was coaching youth ball and we was laying out our uniforms the night before when he was 6, when he was 5, playing with a 7-year-old, right? You didn't see us when we migrated and had my troop league that our first trial, we had 1,200 kids, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14. We traveled all over the country. You didn't see us when I was at the Hall of Fame speaking eloquently at that. We had 6 or 7 buses that we took our kids there and we played in 3 different cities. So you didn't see me with the toil and the ignorance and adolescence targeted at me when I tried to develop a school in Texas. And you didn't see me once we moved to another school that landed at the last school where we won 4 state titles consecutively. You ain't see all that. You just seeing Coach Brown now. But I've been that guy for years. You just negated to see it. And I'm thankful that you see it now and you're acknowledging it. I promise you, I'm so thankful because we've touched a lot of lives and we plan on touching a lot more lives. But I love what I do and I do what I love. And some guys want to get into coaching. Coaching is already in me. I think that's the difference. Boy, that was good. Y'all should have clapped. You go, Brian. Go, Brian. Thank you.
That's one.
Coach Prime, Luke Williams from the Black College Sports Space. Congratulations for everything you've accomplished and all that you've done for Jackson State and HBCU sports. In the little time that you've been with us, congratulations on that. My question is about your vision. What's your vision? Where do you see Jackson State going in terms of Jackson State gonna be beating Mississippi and Mississippi State? How long is it gonna take?
I don't think down the street like that because if I think about tomorrow, I'm gonna miss today. I gotta dominate today. I got to really focus on today. I got to be relative and relevant, and I got to really put my mind and my focus on today. I'm not gonna look to tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna take care of itself. But for right now, as for me and Jackson State, you've seen one recruit. We wanted him to get all the shine, all the glory, every darn thing he deserves. Don't think we don't have nothing else in the chamber, all right? We're just waiting, but we're filling the needs that we have on our team. You may not think we have needs, but we do have needs that we must fill because we want to be great. We're beating teams now, but we want to be dominant. And the way we become dominant is adding and practicing and understanding these kids that love the darn game. We want them to go pro. We do. We want them to go pro on the field and off the field. But that starts on the practice field and it starts with recruiting. And that's what we plan to do. But I appreciate that question, my brother. That's it.
We got them all, Coach. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. God bless y'all. I want y'all to write with passion and love and everything you got.